First of all, John,
How you doing?
welcome to FIFO Inspo, my man. Look, where should we start? First of all, I would like to thank you for spending the time to chat with us here.
Yeah.
For example, about everything in life, especially for the FIFO work.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get straight into it. Can you tell us something a little bit about yourself?
Well, I come from a fitness industry. I've been doing it for like close to 9 years. I had been working at Snap Fitness in the city for roughly around 9 years, and then I've been doing something on the side for like 2 years prior to that. So I've been doing it for a while now.
Yep.
The stuff that I normally do back at home when I'm on my R&R, because I do Muay Thai as well, so Muay Thai boxing, and then Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. So obviously there's a lot of discipline when I'm coming back to R&R.
Yep.
And then again, it does teach you about, you get yourself in a certain position, in your life, where whether it's good or bad. You're gonna have your good and bad days. I'm pretty sure it's like every day like that anyway. But you can't just sit there and whinge about anything, because this is the real world. It's the survival of the fittest. You either sink or swim. So obviously what taught me is that you gotta literally fight your way through everything, but if you don't, then it's gonna eat you alive. And that's how it is.
Now tell us, let's back up a little bit. Where did it actually start for you? How did you get into the FIFO game?
I thought about it when I was working in the city at Snap. I've been doing it for ages, but then my friend he's done FIFO before, he told me, he was like, John, where do you want to be in like 5 years or 10 years time? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, do you think whatever you're doing now is gonna get you anywhere? And he's like, well, to be honest, I don't think it's gonna take me anywhere really. And I'm like, well, the reason why I've been staying in the gym for so long is just like, because I was only there to help people. And my passion is to obviously sit down, go through people's struggles and stuff, and I can show them the way how to deal with it. But yeah, that was the reason why I started by it, and everyone just kind of took it on and like listened to my advice and everything. And kind of I wasn't sort of with my clients and everything. I didn't just tell them this and tell them that. I kind of call them back and say how they're going and stuff, because I do care and stuff. And again, it's just some of them, most of my clients had big, massive anxiety problems, who had mental issues as well, and so I kind of I was acting more like a friend than the trainer, to be honest, or the coach. So we kind of had a personal level when it came to that. So yeah, that's the reason why I stayed back for so long. And even though I didn't really care about my own future, John, are you gonna get a house? I don't know. I'm just happy doing what I'm doing now. Yeah. But it's like saying before, it's it's good that you have passion for it, but you could always share your passion somewhere else as well. So there's going to be someone out there, a whole bunch of people who's going to need your skills and help. Yeah. I'm like, I could do that. So it's like, yeah, and while you're doing that, you can always work on your own future at the same time. I'm like, I could probably do that. So whatever I'm doing here at Eramara, I'm quite enjoying it. There's so many people who need help. And
for the people who don't know what Eramara is, it's where Sino?
Yeah, so City Pacific is, so Sino, where so all the way down in Mighty, it's like somewhere on top of Rafa, I think. Yeah. I don't know, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, it's around.
So what do you actually do for a living here?
So what I do here is that we run classes and obviously make sure all our clients are fit and everything. If they have any problems with medical issues, we make sure that's covered as well, because again, you don't want to have a habit of going into 12-hour days of work, hours of work, and then straight away and go straight to the tavern and have that cycle back and forth like that. And that's a certain routine. And later on, long down the road, it's going to cause more problems and more issues. And this is where depression and anxiety starts building up. And we're trying to avoid that. So by putting that to a side, we need to work on a healthier routine. Again, healthy body, healthy mind. But that's what we're trying to encourage people to do. So that's try to push that.
Great programs, I'm sure.
Yeah, programs, group classes as well too. The reason why we try to encourage with group classes is that you're not going to be training on yourself, and you're part of a community. People who come in, all the regulars, seem to like, oh man, hey David, how's it going, and all that. Everyone knows each other now because that's what makes you come back. Without the people, you're not going to come back. It's like, especially when guys who never trained before goes into the gym and knows all these big steroid guys are like, oh man, and you feel intimidated, and then the next minute the only way they can get out of that is to go with their friends at the tavern, and again it just creates that cycle going the other way around.
So how long have you been on the FIFO game for?
Since February.
Oh well,
how long?
What's that? 8-9 months?
Yeah, sort of around there, yeah.
Ah, good on you, man. And I'm assuming you've seen a lot of people in the game from
of course, from especially because this is the longest. Aramara is a place that I've been here the longest so far, because I've been moving around to different campsites and everything.
Whereabouts?
I've been to Port Haven, Gateway, down to Barrow Island, down to Wheatstone, Redmont, Carosue Dam, and then I'm here. Yeah, but again, the thing that I've been seeing from a lot of campsites is everyone just goes to work, straight to the tavern. Go to work, straight to the tavern, just back and forth, just like that. And obviously the food here, there is healthy options, but it's just so much easier in the temptation to eat cakes and all the other stuff. It's just there. Like even I look at it, I'm like, oh damn, that's a juicy looking cake. Nah, I shouldn't. And then after that, you gotta go to the right target. Like you know what's right and wrong. Yeah. So yeah.
And this camp food is really great. It's got actually 2 canteens.
Yeah, so you got 2. Yeah, so this Aramara has 2 options. Because obviously it's based on the Chinese minesite. So you got the Western side, you got the Chinese side. So you got the options. Knowing me, I'm trying I'm not Chinese, but I can eat Chinese food pretty well. So use chopsticks. But it gives you that option to eat either really greasy food or something that's healthy. Yeah. But then again, both sides have they're healthy and bad. So yeah.
Now, why do you actually do FIFO? Do you have goals or?
Yeah. So because I have family at home and everything, and again we want to see if we can get a house and everything. Because at the moment, again when I was working at Snap, all I did was rant. Didn't really think of anything. You kind of just like let time go by, then you realize like, oh, when you reach 30, I'm 33 now, and when I reach 30, I'm like, oh damn, I haven't done anything. So yeah, that's the reason why my friend like, John, man, you need to get some income, and you need to work to get a house and make sure your family's gonna be okay in the future and stuff, rather than living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. So you need to work on something big. I'm like, all right, I'll sacrifice my time now, and hopefully it would pay off later on in the future. Yeah. Now,
can we dig down about your routine?
At the moment when I'm here, my routine is like, well, if I'm normally we start at 5 a.m. So starting 5 a.m. you have a 5 a.m. class, and then after that we do pre-start throughout the morning, and then we have another class at 6:45, and then we clean throughout the gym. And these gyms get really filthy. No one has any idea how filthy the gym can be. There's sweat, stains on the floor, there's pre-workout, someone just spilled protein everywhere, it's crap everywhere. And then that takes a while to clean up, and then we got to deal with the pool as well, maintaining the pool as well, and then also we have to deal with the kitchen as well. So so all the menus that you guys see and presentations and everything that you see on PowerPoints and walls and events and stuff, that's what we do.
And also the build wheel on the table.
Yeah, all the table talkers, all the healthy stuff that no one reads. They just eat and go. That's the thing. That's the routine they're doing. Eat, leave, eat, leave. Don't bother look at anything. They just and off they go, and that's it. Wow. Yeah, and considering that with the group food that I have, obviously you can pack as much as you like. Again, you can realize how much you can pack, but you really don't need to eat that amount. But they do. Then the body gets too used to it, and it relies on that certain amount. And every time you eat what you are being recommended, you're like, I feel like there's something missing. Got to grab some more.
Yeah. So, just on that topic, so From your experience, what is the most, what's the healthiest cooking method? From your experience.
The healthiest cooking method is literally you have to eat fresh, like literally fresh food, no processed stuff. It's like, you know, everyone knows this. The best way to keep healthy is to do two things: eat clean, exercise. Eat clean, exercise. That's the main two things. But everyone knows that. But the thing is, it's like old news to them. But when someone says, "Oh, John, man, try out some of these new supplements. It's like a cool pepper." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, sweet. Let me just try that while I eat junk still." and that's the thing. Everyone just wants to go for the shortcut. No one wants to do the hard yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just want the easiest way to doing it, and there's no way of doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what, you'd rather microwave than steaming, or?
I'd rather cook. So you want to cook everything fresh every day. But the food they have here, they cook every day anyway, so it's considered fresh.
Yeah.
And you do have healthy options there. And if the foods are here, right, you gotta grab you gotta grab the real food, not the processed ones. They do have pies, and just avoid those. Avoid the cakes. And when I'm at home, I go to my local spot shed, which is sweet, and I buy bulk food, just my protein, your carbs, your vegetables, all the fresh stuff. So,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Now, what's your swing?
My swing is I'm 2 weeks on and 1 week off.
Okay.
And I'll fly out tomorrow.
The joys of I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, is that night shift, day shift, or?
No, just on day shift day. So 5 a.m. till 7:30 p.m. at night.
Okay, and is that a struggle?
No, it's not really, because you have so much things to do in the morning. It's just time just flies pretty quick, and then you have time to train during midday, and then you just finish off with during classes at the end of the night.
Were you always on 2-in-1s, or like even
No, from Port Haven and everything else, I was always 1 week, because I was a casual at the time, so they always give me 1 week swings, and then you don't know when you're going to fly back out again. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. So it was either 2 weeks on, 1 week, 2 weeks on and 1 week off, or 1 week on and 4 weeks off, and that doesn't, that doesn't make sense. But that's the reason why that was my casual swing. That's the reason why I was all over the place. But then after that, they offered me a full-time role here at Aramara. So at least I know I got a sense of security, thinking I always have work. So yeah. No,
good on you, man. Now, just off the topic, what's your most successful achievement you've accomplished?
I have, first of all, I've raised a child.
Oh,
yeah, so
awesome, man.
So she's doing pretty well now, because before she had really bad anxiety for the last couple of years, and I've been there with her the whole time, and now her grades were bad back then and everything. She didn't want to go to school, and trying to words of encouragement, like, you know, like you have to, you know, you got to do better. I will help you on that. Like if you have any problems, you know, you got to talk to someone that knows they're there for them for real. And then now she's going to hit high school next year, and right now I was really worried if she's going to hit high school, and she's going to struggle meeting new people and stuff. But right now she's been getting a lot better. Grades are getting better. She's starting to talk more. She's starting to open up. So yeah, that was one of them. And then my other one was my personal success was I had a fight. So I had a Muay Thai fight, and I had another Jiu-Jitsu fight the next day. So I was like, should I do both? I'm like at the same, like in a very short amount of time. So I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. So I managed to win my first fight from Muay Thai.
Awesome.
And then after that, since I was like slightly banged up from my shins and everything, and then the next day I had a Jiu-Jitsu tournament, which is like, you don't fight one guy, you fight like multiple dudes, and it just gets harder each time, and I managed to get gold for that one too. So I won both of them. That was in 1 weekend. That was one of them. So yeah.
Congrats, man. Yeah. It's really mentally and physically hard, eh?
Yeah, it is.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, oh man, yeah. No idea. The fight itself is not the hard part. It's just the training. Prior to that was the training part. What I believe is the hard work is the hardest thing in the world, but when you do the actual end fight, that's the reward. That's the reward. You worked hard to receive this, and that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
You've got to think about it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good on you, man. And actually, let's talk about, because you sort of inspired, a little bit of an inspiring words there. What's your do you have any positive quotes or mottos you live by?
Oh yeah, I do. If you can't move back, move forward. And you keep moving forward. And if you fall, sweep down, do a single leg takedown, and that's it. That's one of the. I use that one with all of my other friends. But again, it's just more like, you know, my motto is pretty much just if you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, just get back up and walk it again.
Yeah. Say that in the camera, straight to them.
All right. So my motto is, if you can't walk, you crawl. If you can't crawl, walk it off.
Good on you, man.
Yeah.
It's really humbling feeling, to experience things like that. But look, did you have any regrets in life? If you mind me asking.
Do I have any regrets in life? No, I do not. Not a single regret. Because the way we only regret because you've done nothing about it. That's the only reason we only regret it. I feel like everything you've done, anything that's wrong you don't need to learn from it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Where do you see yourself in a year's time?
In a year's time, I'm gonna. Actually, not to be sure, to be honest. Well, I can always say I'm gonna probably be here, but making everything better.
Yeah. Yeah, a quick one. Quick. Now tell us charity runs, my man. Just quickly about the
We've at the moment at RMR we're organising a Are You OK Day, like a fundraising thing for everyone at City Pacific as well. So yeah, we're organising a barbecue day, sausage sizzle. So again, a gold donation. You get like a bandana, you get like a shirt and stuff. So,
what's the cause for?
For mental health again.
Yeah, the regrets.
Regrets again. I have no regrets. Regrets in anything I've done. It's just like I said before, the only time people ever regret is because they haven't done anything about it afterwards, after they made a mistake or something. I always seem to have learned them all. Yeah. Again, you don't regret anything, you don't make mistakes, you just found a way, 10,000 ways of what not to do.
And now let's tackle the biggest problem in the FIFO industry, eh?
Yeah.
Mental health. What do you think about mental health?
It's very important. If you don't deal with it soon, it's going to catch up to you later. Like I always use the example of like a bottle cap or something like that, or something that's light, like this. The safety glasses.
Yeah.
Super light. You can hang it out just out here in front of my arm. Right? You can hold that for a long time, but eventually, over time, it's going to sink down. It's going to catch up to you, and then again, you're going to fall. So if you don't deal with it sooner or later, and you don't talk about it, then it's gonna get you afterwards, and it's gonna get the best of you. And then rather than dealing with it at the moment, you need to prevent it from happening. Like for example, what's the reason why do we have a spare tire in our car?
Just in case we get a flat tire.
In case we get a flat tire, exactly. Now, the thing is, that's the only reason, because it's only in case something happens, right? The reason why people exercise is in case something bad happens afterwards. Like, you know, you might have a heart attack, you might like have slowly starting getting depression and something like that. It's like a flat tire. You hear it, you got to deal with it straight away before it goes completely flat, and then you're flat, and that's it, and you're stuck. Again, if no one's not going to help you, so you're going to be on your own, and you got to deal with it. So rather than dealing with it like that, you need to prevent it from happening by having a spare tire.
And where can we get help?
You can get help by seeing us TLCs at camp, because you know we're very big on it when it comes to mental health as well. And again, it's not just us; it's literally anyone around the camp. Anyone, your managers. Once you start saying like, you know, oh, no, I'm not feeling right. I'm like, what do you mean not feeling right? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling 100% myself. I'm like, then that's a major concern for us, and then we do take it very seriously. And yeah, we're not just here like, oh, yep, okay, all right, now you'll be right, man. It's not gonna be like that. We understand how hard it is. Yeah. So
any examples? Obviously, these massive confidential, but there should be surely these examples around there. Just recently or in the past tense?
We had one person who has who's is at this camp at the moment, he had really bad anxiety. He had ADHD, funny enough.
Oh, wow.
But then, but he wants to get like to the group classes. He walks past and he sees a lot of it, and I see him looking all the time. I see him every day. And then I asked him, and then one day we decided to like training, and I saw him looking at it again. And I was like, told him, and I was like telling the people to keep training, and I went up to him. It literally took me 30 seconds to have a chat with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey man, and I was like, asked him like, hey, I see you walking past and staying by and watching the class all the time. Do you want to join in one day? He's like, oh, am I allowed? I'm like, yeah, you totally can. And it's like, he just thinks like it's like a hard way to get into the group. I told him, mate, just join in and everyone will welcome him in. Next day, he got his shoes, got everything, he came into the class, I introduced him and everything, and everyone just started welcoming him in. And the next minute, the last couple of weeks, he's been coming every day.
Awesome, man.
And then after that, he started opening up, and because he was really shy, he was a really shy guy. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to socialize. So, but we managed to open him up and encouraged him. And he's when he has like people behind him saying, "Man, you can do it. You can do it." It can really push you, and it can really help.
That's right.
Yeah. So again, he's doing fine. You never know. If I didn't say anything, who knows where he'll be?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So any advice for new starters?
For especially for new starters, man, don't be shy. It doesn't take much anyway. The worst thing can happen. Actually, there is another thing that the worst thing can happen. Anyone can be willing to help.
Yep.
So if I were you, right, you can speak to anyone because everyone's friendly. Especially people who are in group class, because they have really strong connections with bonding with people. That's the reason why they enjoy doing group classes. If you see a lot of people are doing weights in the weights room, and you see that everyone's had their headphones, obviously they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to anybody. So they know what they're doing, but they just don't care about other people. But people in group classes, they're very open and very enthusiastic as well. So yeah, these are the sort of people that you want to go to.
Yeah. Now, just the second biggest problem is family. Now, I know we touched on for your daughter and stuff and whatnot, but what are their thoughts about you doing FIFO?
I had a good chat with them and everything. I educated them, knowing like I understand that you guys are not going to see me for a while, but but the thing is, it's going to make us a lot stronger. You let them know that it's going to encourage them that look, what I'm doing is going to make us a lot stronger. Our bond is going to be stronger, but we're just far away. But we do calls and every now and then. Like my other day, my daughter called me up around 9 p.m, which is normally her bedtime is 8 o'clock. She was so excited. She needed to call me and let her know that her grades are going back up.
Yep.
And I was like, oh man, that's cool, man. That's awesome. I'm proud of her. She's happy about it. And then because before she missed me a lot. I missed her heaps. But as long as we have that regular chat every now and then, it will bring your mood back up again. And
that's the main priority is communication, I guess.
Oh yeah, communication is big. Yeah, so it's unless you do you can do like more of a regular thing, or you just do if it's really good news and like let them know, like, oh, guess what happened? This thing happened, something like that. So yeah, especially your young ones, they need you the most.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely
That's
do.
Right, man.
Yeah, and you don't realize how much you need them afterwards.
Yeah. Any funny moments in the game?
As being a dad, or?
Oh yeah, let's tackle that.
Oh well, at the moment it's funny now because my daughter's she's turning 12, and they're becoming a big girl now, and things change, moods change.
Moods change.
Yeah. So I had one day it was she had like she had a big mood swing because normally I pack her sandwiches and everything for lunch. I didn't cut the crust.
Yep.
She got annoyed that I didn't cut the crust. I'm like, are you angry that I didn't cut the crust? And she's like, didn't give me it. And she's like, I can tell she was. I'm like, you do not get angry at me about the crust.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat that sandwich, and I do not care. And something like that. But it doesn't matter. I threw in a bit of like muesli bars, extra chocolates and stuff. But yeah. But then later on, when I took her to school, I had a chat with her afterwards. Had a real chat. I didn't leave it like that.
Yeah.
I took her to school, and I told her, like, you know why I was annoyed, right? I know, you know why I was upset, right? And we had a good chat after that. As long as we touch base on something like that, I'm fine with it. But I will never leave it like that.
Nah, good on you, man.
Yeah, but sometimes, man. And also teaching her how to use tampons and pads. Educating her on that. That was a challenge.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, your body's got to change. Everything is in the drawer in the bathroom.
Yeah.
In case it happens, it's there. You don't need my help, it's there.
Good advice, my man.
Yeah, so at least the last thing you don't want is her covered, like, you know, covered like a murder scene, like in the murder scene. And then, like, Dad, help me out. I'm like, I really want her because she's just, so at least she doesn't feel shy if things happen. If it does happen, she knows what to do.
Yeah, exactly, my man.
Yeah,
what about any funny moments here?
Any funny moments here? Oh, now, the one thing I find really extremely funny is that everyone is very closed off, right? And no matter what, if I see someone new, I'll be like, hey man, how's it going? Same thing I'll do with you. Like, I'm like, hey Terry, what's up? Yeah, I'll say hi to everyone, but what I get back is I'll get this. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? They'll be like, I'm quite used to that. I'm used to being ignored all the time because I get it. They're just, I don't know, they have a routine, they just don't care. I get it. I find that quite funny as well because it's just like, you know, I'm just giving my 100% to everybody, like, hey man, how's it going? Just, it doesn't hurt to say hello.
Exactly, man.
But everyone just seems to be like, oh, you're talking to me? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I guess it's the stigma about mining too, eh? Realistically speaking, it's as you said before, it's the routine and a sort of, I think people take it for granted.
Oh yeah.
What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, they do. Especially when it comes to, I don't know, it could be anything really.
From free food.
Yeah.
Free accommodation. No stealing. You can leave your bags around and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's just so many positive things in the game, don't you reckon?
Yeah, there is upsides and downsides to doing FIFO as well. So that's one thing. I always think, you know what, I'm just gonna put all of the bad stuff away in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna focus on what the stuff that actually, you know what, I'm pretty grateful for that.
Yeah.
I got a bed. I'm getting fed. I'm not the cook. No one has to do dishes. Who the hell likes doing dishes? Those guys are doing it. But to be honest, the house, like, you know, people in the kitchen, housekeepers, and that, they're the real heroes. We don't really don't realize how much gets done around the campsites. Behind, like, you know, when you're at work, things just get done. You know, they're like our you know, secret moms who take care of us, but they don't really get enough appreciation. Yeah, exactly. But they deal with like a lot as well. So you gotta thank those guys too. If you ever see them working, you gotta say, you know, good job, man. Good food, man. Thanks for folding my bed.
Yeah, no.
They're exactly like our mums, man. If you love your mum so much, you should appreciate these guys too.
No, that's true, man. That's so true. And did we touch on your goals? What are your goals in life?
My goals in life is, I want to be at home. Be at home more. That's it. So whatever I'm working at the moment, you know, hopefully open my own gym back in Perth.
Oh well.
So I can, you know, just be home more often.
Yeah.
You know, who wants to be away? That's the thing.
Exactly, my man.
Yeah.
No, thank you for you know, we'll wrap this up, and first of all, thank you for taking the time to share all your moments with us, and once again, my man.
Easy, man.
Cheers, fella.
Yeah.
So what do you think? If you think this was interesting to you, subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss out on inspirational stories just like this. And also leave me a comment down below if there's anything you would like me to show you. For now, take care and stay safe. Bye.